da, do, 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 do. Greetings, everyone. I am Winnie Wriggle, and welcome back to Vintage Story. It's August in game. It is Friday in the real world. Happy Friday. TGIF. I hope everyone is having a wonderful morning. I'm early for once. It is early in the morning on the 1st of August in game. And we have basically a list of chores to start us off with today. And then we'll take it from there. One thing I do want to do is, and I've made some progress toward this, is make a little more plaster. Because I would like, not, okay, I went the wrong way. But this works. I would like to add one more layer to our top story. I think we need to make... the windows are probably good where they are. Although we might we need to make it one taller. Let me tell you why. It's not any, hi pumpkin. Look at it go. It's not any, like, it's just a scale reason. So the bottom story looks fine over here. Like it's even, but we even like kind of imply, like I may get rid of this dirt and pull these walls down. But I think our upper story needs to be less squishy. We're going to try to put the roof on today, which involves a little bit of prep. But to make the additional plaster, I did a thing. Hopefully this is still cooking. Yes. If I had a mouse, we could see it. Yes, so we're making quicklime. Because we need quicklime to make the plaster. We just put quicklime with, I believe, any sand gives us plaster. We could buy it from a building materials trader, but I don't know of a close one. And we should have sand. I don't have much sand, do I? I have 24. Oh dear. Where can we get sand? Probably from our beach. Like this is probably sand. Very close. So yes, chores. Because this is all gravel. Maybe with the exception of here and here. It's a little bit of sand there. But I'm fine with running down here to this little, this little area that looks like claystone sand. We're going to do that. In addition to sand gathering, look how cute our living room is. I wish I could back up. Nope, I just turn around. That's... Yep. Okay. We need to harvest the cattails. We need to harvest the honey. The bees are ready for the harvesting. We have a sow in our animal trap, which is very exciting. So we need to start on a pig barn. And I would like today to make a fruit press because all of our berries are ripe for the picking. And I think it would be lovely to make our first batches of wine. We should have enough, maybe not to make a full barrel of anything, but, you know, to get us started with a little fun juice. What is it? Many games call them juices. Wow, our quarry. And then our crops, many of our crops will be ready to harvest, hopefully, this episode. So let's start with our cattails because the Winnie is not awake yet. Ah, yes, the satisfying swoosh of our scythe. Can I reach him here while I sip my coffee? I love it. Not quite. Will that go? Oh, yeah. Sorry, it's not coffee this morning. This morning it is Lady Grey. Because I still have quite a bit left. It was a gift. And it's delicious. It's basically Earl Grey, but with touches of lavender in it, I believe. And I do love it. I do. Earl Grey's my favorite. Closely followed by Constant Comment. I also drink a lot of green tea. But the Lady Grey is just a lovely treat once in a while, I think. I swear I thought I was going to be very late this morning. I did not set my alarm until late because I was up very late. And I thought, I'm going to sleep in and we'll just stream when we're ready to stream. And then I woke up early at my normal time without any help from an alarm, like an hour and a half before my alarm. It's insane. Which is fine. It's fine to be up that early. Sorry, I'm doing buttons and things in the background here. Very late? There we go. So I can say, greetings, hello. We might get up to some adventuresome shenanigans today. I don't know. But for now, we did adventuring shenanigans the last 2 episodes. So I thought, let's work on the base a little bit because we're here. Okay, that was cattails. Woo. Let's do honey, which means we need skeps. And so let's see, there was a reason we harvested those. And somewhere down here I have clay. Yes, beautiful. And I believe we need 10 skeps. Let's come out here and look. And do we have a dummy here? We do. Yes, we have many skeps. I would say we leave 2, and so there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah. Hopefully we have enough to do that. I feel like we started the last episode with harvesting honey too. 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna leave this front middle and the back middle. I'm just saying that out loud. Go play with the dummy. There you go. I have a feeling the bees are going to be very buzzy today. Ooh, look at all this goodness. Okay, I always do our 2 outside rows. And then we'll do the middle so I can keep track. Yep. Oh, go to town on him. Ooh, they are very unhappy about being disturbed. It's hilarious. Okay, we leave the front. Oh, I'm out of skeps already. Can we make 2 more? Possibly. Why, yes, with all of our recovered materials. Okay, leave you. Replace you. And replace you. We'll leave the one in the back. I find that leaving 2 makes it much faster to populate the garden, and we want as many cycles of this as we can. The bees are the bees are not happy. Oh, it's good. It's very good. There's our crimson maple trees. Let's check our fish. Can I stand on that? No. I really hoped that lily pad was solid under my feet. It was not. I am here to tell you. I just want to harvest while we're here. Our shell collection is getting nice. Yeah, these are all like one. This is like one random spelt, one random sunflower, one random amaranth, a couple of random rice, a couple of peanuts. Onions are a little further, carrots are a little further, and we have bigger patches of veggies. up in the farms where the new house will be. Eventually. Okay, fishies can just go downstairs for a day or two. Beautiful. And let us put our clay away. And our reeds back away. So we didn't do too bad. Despite, like, harvested, collected. We didn't come out with a net positive, but we did get all of our bees taken care of. Look at all this divine honeyness. Let's just, I think we have a honey barrel downstairs, potentially. Let's process our honey. It's only noon on the first day. We've done our farming chores. Okay, animals is going to be a little more tricky. We have, I think last time I checked, we have a raccoon, a fox, and a sow in our animal trap, and it's the sow I'm interested in, of course. Hoping to find a boar to pair her with, but I think what we're going to do is build the kind of pig processing barn. I will remember the name of the person who did the original video, maybe an updated version. Basically, it's where you can separate the piglets by letting them fall through the floor. Now, we do have to chisel out the holes for them because a pig will now fall through a 1x1. But it should be pretty easy. We're going to make use of whatever we have the most wood and some mud brick because they're easy to craft. Okay, let's take this honey with us. I'm hoping that I have a honey barrel down here. I have a barrel. A barrel. Wow. There. Now there's a honey barrel down here. We need to get with it on the barrels, apparently. I guess we didn't process bees. I guess we got distracted. You can sit there for a hot minute. Let's do barrel things. Did I make, what do we have? We do have tannin and a little bit of borax. Oh, we have some hide. Nice. Okay. Which means we could do some of this. We are scraping our hide, and now it goes into our weak tannin, which will turn it into some prepared hide soon. 3 days. Excellent. Well on our way to leather backpacks. Ha ha ha. Exciting. Okay, more barrels, which means more wood. And potentially, I can't remember, sticks. How do we do a barrel? Yes. Like so. Because we want to make some wine. And wine needs barrels. And I think we only have, like, eventually we'll have 4. Maybe let's set up our... Maybe we should set up our winery today. Because it's only August. We should have time to get another crop of berries in. This is all depending on whether or not Winnie can remember where she's hidden the berry bushes. There we go. Oh, we're still missing a few. That's okay. We can get started. And we want it kind of far afield. Yes. Yes and yes. Let me see what we have in the way of lumber. So we have a bunch of oak, which I think is going to be a very de facto standard for some of our building. And we have a bazillion sticks, which is excellent. Do I already have fences? I have maple fences. I have aged fences. I would like oak, I think. Although the pine ones are pretty. Shall we look at a pine? Where's our little pallet area? Here we go. That's pine, and we haven't found K-pop, have we? You know, I think I might go with oak. If I stick oak next to you, can I see you? Yeah. We might do oak logs and pine fences because we have a bunch of that. Access to a bunch of that. We just need a little enclosed area so that the bunny rabbits don't chew on our beautiful berries. Don't know how many gates I'm going to need. We'll figure that out when we get there. We'll need a lot of fences. Let's just start with that many. And some trees. And then let's figure out where the heck we want to put it. Oh, good. Okay, so more oak is growing. I don't think I've replanted our pine forest, but we can always go up in the hills and do that. We have a bit of gravel here. And I like this nice kind of tucked behind the bee farm. I like my berry farms on gravel because I think it looks neat and tidy. Like as if you've put down, you know, gravel filler so you don't get weeds. So let's make a little flat gravel patch back here. So I'm going to steal all this gravel. I think we actually have a ton of gravel in our chests. Do I have anything that's time sensitive? No. I keep thinking, is there something we need to be processing while I'm working on constructing? The answer is no. We're fine. Just gonna gather and do and chill and build today. With our still flint tools. Oh wait, did I find this? This is an iron shovel we found in a ruin. Ooh, so today is definitely the day. Oh, I need sand to make plaster. That's what we're gonna do. Yes, yes. And it would probably be faster if I grabbed our scythe. So we can clear the grass from there real quick. I also need to eat. Which, you're cooking. I don't think I have anything. I don't have food in my inventory, so let's make a meal. We should have the wherewithal to do that. I think it's going to be vegetable porridge today. Yep. Rye, in fact, because we have so much of it. Or maybe rice. Let's do rice. So that we use it up. Little carrots and we'd like stir fry, right? Do little carrots and onions. Carrot and onion stir fry. It sounds delicious. I'm not even really hungry yet, and that sounds very good. So if we did some of this and this and this, and then this. And then maybe added a couple pieces of that. And then sat down next to the bubbling fire for just a second while I have another sip of tea. I was wondering when I logged in, I was like, wow, I'm fancy today. It's because we picked up a Forgotten Noble shirt and a king coat in our treasure hunting. They're both in terrible condition, as well as our trousers. I'm hoping we can upgrade our boots and trousers to something fun. All of our clothes are in terrible condition. I'm not going to worry about it right now because we're in the middle of summer, but... And I purchased a waist light from a wearable light. So it's a brass lantern on our waist that gives us a light level of 12, just wandering around. It means that while we're puttering around the house and in caves and stuff, I don't have to have a light in my offhand. Just very convenient. Very convenient. You know, I think we have... Nope, that's auto walk. Meh. Thought I had the vanity mod installed. Let's look at... Oh, Oh dear. Okay, so let's make that divide. And see if that helps. There we go. So I don't necessarily want our scarf showing. There we go. So we get, in fact, do we need our lantern showing? I don't know. The lantern's kind of cool. It's very practical. A little glowing light at our waist. It's fun. Yay, cooked food. Let's replace that with that. And grab our bowl. And have a wee bite. I didn't know. I just learned today that if you're taking food out of a pot, you don't have to put it on the ground. You can just click it with your bowl in your inventory. How great is that? I came back for the scythe. Yes, and we got distracted by food. Which, that happens in real life all the time. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. And we do have sandstone gravel. Let me grab a little bit more gravel. I have a feeling we're going to need it because my vision for the berry farm, our vineyard, is probably pretty big. And we need to go get sand. Do not let me forget. We might do that in the morning. We'll spend all night building our berry farm here. And what we're going to do, I'm going to leave this land at this level. Do I have some? Yes. Let's just maybe add a few of these. Take away a few of these so it's not quite so crowded. And we're going to get rid of this little tuft of dirt. Let me cut through maybe right here. There we go. This is just me like starting on the massive landscaping that's going to be a part of our building. Because village, town, paths, buildings with function and purpose, beautifully lit pathways between them. It's all part of the plan. Okay. Maybe a little less peat. I need to harvest them anyway. Okay. So, we're going to use the... Oh, let's change the mode on our scythe to be scalping. Thank you. Let's get rid of all the grass and see what we're working with in terms of space. Lovely. I'm like, this is the part I think. I mean, I love running around adventuring and getting loot. Definitely appeals to my inner loot goblin, as you know. But there is also something very calming about the process of chores and working on your base and the surrounding environment that is meditative and endorphin generating. This game has done, and while I have tweaked the heck out of settings, both for streaming purposes and my own sanity, because nobody has that kind of time. I still think, like, despite all my tweaking, there is still just this lovely balance of having to do things to make progress that are very satisfying. My scything the world today is also twofold. We're going to make our first roof out of thatch, I have decided. Because it is super cheap, given my lawn mowing addiction in this game. And kind of fun. I also think the thatch blocks are just beautiful. We'll probably upgrade to other roofing blocks eventually. Okay, and we need to think about how far back we want our vineyard from our bees. I like the little bit of space we've carved out here behind them. Do we need more? I think we need a minimum of 3 blocks for things like general pathing and spacing, like visual spacing. So we'll make sure everything is always cut back at a minimum of 3 to give us some space. If you didn't know, your scythe has 2 different settings: trim grass, remove grass. And if you remove the grass completely, I believe from an entire layer, a Y level of grass, it will stay removed. But if you just clear a little bit, it takes it a little bit longer to come back, which is kind of what we're aiming for, I think. I don't want to dig up those flowers. I just want to think about the pathing out this direction. And there's something about clearing the grass that helps me with the space planning. Also, roofing material. I find it funny that you can scythe up more than one level and down more than one level. It's so great. Very efficient, but also, if you didn't want to cut the grass, be careful. Yes, we're going to fill this in. I'm going to start it with dirt. Hopefully, is this enough light? I don't know. We're going to be working outside all night. Let me grab our lantern. Or a lantern. Don't I have more than one? I do. My UIs are all over the place. That way we can see in the dark. Mostly. Tom, how's it going? Good morning. Happy Friday, friend. What do you have planned today? Anything fun? I had an incredibly busy day yesterday. Like, it was just non-stop stuff happening. Had meetings with students. Went out to lunch with the mama. Okay, this is probably going to be gravel. Let's see. This needs to be cut back because you are in our way. We're building chill adventure story this morning. Working on a vineyard. Hopefully. Got an iron shovel out looting last time. And I am probably going to wear right through it today. We might have to make a copper one. Okay, I think it would be wise of us to center this on the bee farm. So what we might do is go out 2 blocks. I'm not going to make it the same width. Oops. But I do think it needs to be balanced in relation to it. And we want to have plenty of room in the front for, like, I want some kind of, like, steppy, whatever, something. So 3 blocks between each is fine. So we went over 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's do the same over here. 1, 2, 3. And back however many I went. I think I left 3 and then put it down. Yes. Beautiful. See, I wasn't kidding about how large our vineyard was going to be. Because berries take up a lot of space, and you need a lot to make a good amount of wine. And there's no shortage of berry bushes in the world. Okay, we're going to dig all this up, I know, and replace it with gravel, but I don't want to waste the grass because we're going to use it to do roofing things. Which was, I'm so meticulous. Also, there's something like that little shh as it mows it. Such a lovely little ASMR grass mowing in Vintage Story with Winnie. Would y'all watch hours of this? I would. It's like, it's just me. Especially when you get a whole, like, 3x3 clump of it. Like, if I can find the right center. Yeah. Oh, I missed one. When you get the trim right. So we could alternatively use tulle for our thatch roofing. But I find grass just much, despite having to use more of it than the tulle, I find it much easier to harvest. Because I think you get so much more when you're cutting a field up. Like, this wouldn't be possible in like a desert biome or whatever, but here, it's perfect. And should we ever want the grass to come back to this finely shorn version, we can always pick up the dirt and replace it, because grass will respawn almost instantly or grow back on dirt and not shaved grass. Okay, let's figure out. We want room to walk around our berries, and we want maybe 40 of each, but we're gonna do double rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do we care? I think we just make it as big as the space calls for. Like, I just feel like this would be a good place to stop, right? Sometimes you just gotta do it by design braille. Okay, I am gonna do gravel right up to the logs. So our fences are resting on gravel. And we aren't going to build these up like our other farms, because we're in such a flat area that a fence should be plenty enough to keep critters out. It's mostly the bunnies and the raccoons. And then we only have to remove the dirt here. We're going to leave this gravel because we're going to fill in the rest of this with gravel. I think this will look lovely. And then we can like pepper the corners with plants and things to make it a little less barren. Maybe add some pathways. Being domestic. Farmer Winnie. Vineyard owner Winnie. You know what? I'm gonna grab the rocks because they'll make a nice little touch out here, I think. Just scattered in the corners of the vineyard. Okay, that takes care of that side. We'll want to steal this gravel. Shovel is very good. Okay, that's gonna grow grass back, but that's fine. Perfect. Now, you see how fast that grass is growing back. Now let's do some gravel setting. Are we gonna have enough gravel? It's a really good question. I think so. We have another stack still in... Oops. In storage. Very meditative, I think. I'm betting that my experience in that other block game with setting down blocks is coming in handy here. It's slightly different, like it's a slightly different rhythm. This one, the blocks feel heavier. I don't know how to explain it. It makes the timing much easier to get. It makes setting down a bunch of blocks feel... I'm going to use the word elegant. But only because it means... It feels very smooth and easy to do. Like it's exactly the right speed not to mess up significantly. We are going to have to go get more blocks out of storage. That's okay. Yeah, but not bad. Not bad at all. Let's grab those. Maybe have another bite of food. Maybe... I'm going to be a little bit obsessed with picking up fish out of the pond right now because I want to smoke a bunch of them at some point. And we can only do that if the baskets keep being emptied. All the fishies, please. And why aren't y'all stacking? Really? Come on. Give me a break. Any other fishies? No. Okay, our gravel is in the gravel chest. Right here. Do we need more than 31? Maybe. Let's take half. Why, yes, I have the game's default stack sizes set to 4 times. That is done through... Okay, it's either Dana's tweaks or configure everything, which is also another Dana mod that goes hand in hand with that. Okay, now fences. We're mostly entering from the house side, right? So I'm going to leave the side solid with no gates. But what I want to do is leave... Like, we should... I'm actually going to put berries down first. Okay, we have red currant, black currant, white currant, and they're tall. And I think we want... Let's start them over here. I'm going to leave one empty space around them. So we can walk and harvest, right? And these stack to too high. Okay, we have 5 left, so let's do... That's red currant. Should we do 2 rows? Might as well. And then we'll leave space between. In fact, let's go cranberry next. Do we want 2 spaces between? I think we're going to have to leave just 1. Because I have a feeling we're going to fill this up. Okay, so this will tell us we're on the lookout for more cranberry bushes. And then let's do some more taller currant. Let's do our black currants. I'm just going to put the 2 rows as a placeholder. There we go. So we know, and then let's do blueberries because they don't stack. Oops. And then as soon as we harvest all the other bushes that we have around the house, we're going to move them over here. And then I have white currant. It's perfect. Okay, we need a lot more white currant. And I think that if that's not all the berry type, we have 1 little extra row if we find another berry type that I have forgotten. But it should be the 3 currants, cranberry and blueberry. Potentially. I guess we could look, right? Blueberry, cranberry, berry and currant. Yeah, red, white, and black. Beautiful. Okay, so let's make our gates make sense. And say... We'll put a gate in between every row. Right? And then that looks fancy, too. Okay, let's not forget them on the back. Boom. 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 There's our row. Oh, I'm out of gates. That's fine. Oh, wait, I have the ability to make them in my pocket. 1 second. Da 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 da. Like so. So we go gate and gate. And then everybody's matchy-matchy. Ah, look at that. A vineyard. Amazing. Okay, let's do the next step, which is a little bit of smithing. The bees are already like... They've already swarmed. What kind of shenanigans? I guess we're giving them plenty of flowers and they are very happy. The bees are happy again. Okay, let's do this. Let's harvest all of these berries by picking up the bushes. Because we want to relocate them. And we'll see. We probably have extra red currants, I'm sure. And no extra blueberries or white currants. But we'll hunt them. White currants take forever to find. I don't know what it is. They're a little more up in the mountains. Oops, that was a lily pad. Dun, dun. Okay, cranberry bush, you can just stay there. Get everything? Yes. Maybe we could also upgrade our... Should we upgrade our garden? Because I have a pocket full of fences. And an extra gate. or two. And you know what? Let's do, let's make it look a little less first day. And a little more, hey, I did this on purpose. Where's our actual, there we go. And I probably want a gate back here, so we can get to it from anywhere. Da, da, da. Yes, this is still a temporary farm. But it's got stuff we're currently that's being grown. That should deter most critters. Okay, I'll fix that water later. Nice. And then let's do the same on the other side. I'm actually gonna just look out, fishy. Look out! Move yourself. Let's just square this off and leave our pond there. Because I think we have plenty of gates. Fences. Plenty of fences. Wait, I know this kind of lose the rustic feel, but I feel like over time that's going to be good for us. There we go. And look, there's even more room to plant if I get a wild hair. Dun, dun. Ah. So much neatness. Great. Okay, let's go throw the berry bushes in the vineyard. Like we do. What have we got? This is a red currant, so we can finish those. Or at least come close. That's good. Cranberry. Can we get to the end of the row? I think we can. Beautiful. The cranberries and blueberries do not stack, so we can use these as decoration in other areas of the base. Nice. So we are abysmally short on white currant. Definitely want to look out for black currant and blueberries, which are just tough to find. And now that I'm out here doing landscaping, boom. Also, there's so many delicious mushrooms out here. It's Farmer Winnie today. And we're hungry, speaking of which. Let's take a break. Eat a little snack. Admire our vineyard. Look at that. That's so lovely. Just makes me happy, all the clean lines. Okay, let's artistically put a couple of stones in the corners. Maybe in places. We're going to put paths in between. But I feel like sometimes your eyeball needs a little lump of something to look at. That makes sense. And then as soon as all this grass grows back from where we replace, you see how where I replaced the dirt, the grass is regrowing very quickly. Whereas where we just trimmed it and didn't have new grass, it's just staying gone. That's pretty cool. Eventually, I'm going to harvest all this peat out of here and replace it with dirt. So, like, once again, Most block games are just moving dirt around. And we can probably... Are you oak? You are. We'll replace this with whatever our chosen cobble is. For the, like the... And I think it's going to be andesite, which is what's native. It's andesite or conglomerate? I can't remember. We'll go look at it. It's whatever we made the wall, the foundation wall around the house with. This glorious stuff. Granite. Okay, no wonder it's so pretty. It's got the little red in it. So we'll replace those with granite cobble. And granite dry stone and all the fun things. Okay. Winery complete. Shell collection on the go. You, sir, need to be in a corner. Thank you. That kind of looks cool. Neat and tidy. Makes me happy. Let's tuck our food away. I think we have, yes, a mushroom-specific container. Fish-specific. And let's see. Okay, good. Our berries are still good. That are down here. We have a handful. We have tons of cranberry. I see cranberry wine and a little bit of red currant wine in our future. Which is perfect. And let's store our grass somewhere. Because we have an excessive amount of grass. And then I will keep half a stack on us. Right? Okay, cranberry bushes we can use for decor. Around the house. So let's tuck those away. And let's set up some barrels in the basement. Come to me. Our wine making. Good. And we need to make a wine press. And not keep stealing the torches out of our torch holders as I walk by. That too is very important. Okay. Dirt goes in here. Which technically... rammed earth is dirt. Let's do that to make room. And the wood. Which includes wooden things. Lots of soil. You're wood. You're my sticks. You go in a box. You go for eating. You are gravel. Get out of my hands. Thank you. Our Pete lives down here. Oh, are you full? You are full. Wow. That's okay. We have the technology to stack. Okay, rod for fruit press. Fruit press requires not steel. It just needs to be a rod. Which I think is just one ingot. Shouldn't be too difficult. What else do we need while I'm smithing? Our scythe is pretty worn out. Copper pickaxe, copper axe. We have our shovel. I have a backup axe. A backup copper pick. We probably need a bismuth pick as well. How's our saw? Saw's in good shape. Chisel's in good shape. Hammer's okay. So a couple more pickaxes. And maybe a shovel. Along with the rod. I am going to make everything out of 10 bronze. Because I'm like that. And if I were charcoal, I would be in our bling chest, which tells me I only need one. Probably need to do another batch of charcoal as well. Nope, go to your home. I could also set my lantern down. Doobie-doobie-doo. Did I just pick one up and replace it with the copper one? I don't really know what happened there. Or was I already carrying this and it was just invisible in my hand? I think I was already carrying it and it was invisible in my inventory. Yes, very possible. It's a feature. Have I said I'm not awake yet? Here we go. Ta-da. Are you cooking? You're cooking. Such a lovely view. Okay, I think let's check on the plaster too while I'm at it. Good. Quicklime's done. Still need sand though. I'm just gonna stick this in here, don't let me forget. And we'll run down the beach and get some sand after we make some tools. Do it. Nope. Can you give me that? In fact, can we use up that copper hammer first? That would be nice. It's like waiting for a pot to boil, only much faster, because you can see the numbers ticking up. Oh, and yes, I do have temporal stability is turned off right now. Because I have it turned off in my single player. Okay, Timron's rod, right? I'll enable it again when we go cave diving and mining and stuff. Where it actually affects us. Okay, we will. I think we'll only ever need the one rod. There can be only one. So we're probably gonna need a shovel. Definitely need a couple of picks. We have an axe. And our chisel and stuff are in good shape. So 2 picks and a shovel ought to take care of us for now. A smithing we go. Smithing, can we F5 while we smith? That's kind of cool. I love it. I love it, I love it. If you are curious, my world settings and mod settings are in a Google Doc that is in the description. I have updated it. It now accurately reflects the number of days per month. We're on a 12-day month cycle in this world. That gives us enough time to play in each month and me enough time to do chores off stream if I need to without progressing time too far. Was cool enough? Kind of. You didn't quite. I didn't wait quite long enough for that one. I was like, why aren't you stacking? Yeah, that's fine. Don't need the rod. Do need the shovel if I could get it in the right order. The fingers are flubby today too. Okay, there's no. There we go. Backup picks. Backup axe. Hammers away. Tongs away. And fruit press, I believe, just needs planks. Right? Let's use some birch. What are you? Oh, you need 1 fat and 2 resin. I think we can handle that. Let's check our animal chest. 1 fat. And resin is in bling. Yes. Ta-da. So we go fruit press. Nice. And it's lots of boards. This. I left the hammer. Once more with feeling. Because this is one of those weird recipes that does not stick in my brain. The rod. The hammer. And the chisel. Oh my god. Eventually we'll get it. I promise. I'll know the recipe by now, apparently. Hammer. Chisel. Fat. Resin. Rod. Boards. Ta-da! Goodness gracious. Anything else? No. It does require a bucket. Let's just make another bucket. I think I just need a rope, right? Pardon me, sneezy. Yes. And we'll need drops, but not right this second. Nope. And yes, we are going to do this down in the basement because that's where the wine is going to live and that's where our food lives. So, here's how you do. Fruit press. Grab all your berries. Shove berries into fruit press. Right click until they stop. Hold down right click on the squeezy. Make sure you have a barrel under there. Very important. And then we wait until the bucket actually fills up. Should get 10 liters. Now we pick up the bucket and throw it in a barrel. And then we right click to unwind the press. Right click to get the fruit mash out. And then add more berries. And do it over and over again. It's very satisfying. The little splooshy squish of smooshing the berries. And just this way, it's already makes, like, the berries are only good for 3 days, but the juice, it's good for 35. Nope. Right click. Pull out mash. Add berries. Nope. I squeezed it. Damn it. There we go. That's interesting. I didn't know you could pull out the wet berry chunk and put it back in. That's new. So I think it's 32 barrels per 32 berries. 32 berries. Kirk! How goes it, friend? We're making some wine. We set up our vineyard today. So I'm squeezing the juice out of berries. And we're putting it in a barrel, and then we're going to let it ferment. I can't remember how long it takes, but it's not bad. So I think we're only going to do 1 barrel of cranberry wine. And we will do other things with those berries, but I do want to make a little bit of red currant wine in another barrel. We can. It's not going to be as much. Maybe 30 liters. Because I think it's 32 berries per bucket. Yeah. Which makes sense. I mean, 10 liters is a lot of liquid from 32 berries. That's pretty good. Give me that mash, please. More squeezy jeezy. Like, it's just hold down right click, but it moves so slow that it feels like it's hard to press the berries. I don't know if that's just me. Okay, we got 30 liters of red currant juice and 50 liters of cranberry juice. Let me, I'm always going to leave a bucket under this because I'm like that. So if we look at this, it says will turn into 50 liters of cranberry wine after 7 days of sealing. So we're going to seal that up and seal that up. And in 7 days, we'll have some delicious wine. That needs to go away. Okay, the mash that you get is actually excellent animal food. It does not last very long. Like, if we get our barns up, we'll see. I'm looking at the clock. I may have to do the layout. I might work on the layout today and not get it up. Because there's so many things I want to do. Because we have a tiny bit of honey now, we have 7 liters, which is enough to make a couple of jars of fruit for preserving, which I want to do. So we're going to make jams and jellies. I'll grab our pots here. And the way that works is we need jugs. I like using the jugs for the honey because we can measure 3 at a time, 3 ounces at a time. And this is interesting to me. You have to put these in here first, and it is a 3-to-1 ratio. So 1.2 liters of honey twice with 6 each of the same berry makes 6 servings of the jam. Now you can lower that and use less berries, but we want to use up the berries. That's the whole point, is preserving them so that, I guess let's use our aged firewood. And we're just gonna, the problem is that that takes up a lot of honey. Like that was 2.4 liters of honey, clearly. So I think we can only make 2 pots of jam. Yeah. Which is fine. We're gonna seal them so that they last a long time. So we're gonna light this one. And then let's go to this one and say same thing, 1.2, and then 12 berries, and light it. So we'll get 2 crocks of jam. And they should last long enough that we'll have them in the winter. I'm going to seal them with some of our beeswax that we got, so that in the winter, when we don't have access to berries because everything is, dead, that we can get our fruit intake by having some jam on toast or whatever. To keep it, we're very low. We have no dairy. Someday we'll have goats, and I need to process the fish as well. Smoke some more of that. So while that's cooking, and then I'm gonna eat these 5 berries. Nom nom nom. I'm gonna put our other berries back. We probably will have another honey harvest very soon. And they're good in there for 10 days. So we might get another couple batches of jam out of this. So there we go. 6 servings of cranberry jam. And because we made 2 pots at a time, they will beautifully fit in 3 crocks. I'm going to leave our honey out here. Get our 3 crocks. I go patoop, 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 patoop. Lovely. I get 1 more beeswax. So if we put our crock with the beeswax in the inventory, we end up getting a sealed cranberry jam. So let's do that a couple more times. And then we shall take them downstairs to the cellar. You know what, I'm going to put them on a different shelf because fruit. And as soon as they cool down enough, it will tell us how long they will last down here in our cellar. Which is great. You could stop burning that wood for me. That'd be great. And let's put our wood up. Nice, that was a whole day. Okay, plaster. We need sand for. Let's go night harvesting of sand. Because I plan on getting so much, I'm actually going to take our backup shovel with us. Just in case. And we have food. And we're not going far at all. Just down the beach a little. And we'll check on our other animal. I think this is where this is why I want to do pigs. I think we have pigs in this one too. Let's see. We do. I think I have a sow and a boar. Yeah, so we have 3 piggies, which is plenty enough to start a population. And we have chickens. Ha! It's time for a chicken coop and a barn. And I'm going to go a little further afield from our house. And dig up sand from over here. Maybe kind of back here where nobody will care. Right? Right. We'll just turn this back into dirt forest floor. No one will ever know. In a month, this will all be grown over with grass, and they'll be like, oh, it's beautiful. And in the meantime, we'll get plaster to work on the house. It's a win-win. Should we leave our floating tree? I'm totally going to leave the floating tree. Because I can. Get all of that? We did. Can we do it again? 150. Need sand for so much. Surprising. I think our limestone location is a limestone, has limestone sand. I'm just gonna kind of dig out what may look like a naturally occurring dip in the ground eventually, once it's all grown over. There we go. Yep, today's been, I should have named this one Moving Dirt Day. Awesome. You know who we haven't checked on in a hot minute is our trader. What do you have? Rustling. Oh. We could have bought honey. Haha, we have our own farm. Oh, and you're looking for merchant amulet, merchant bracelet, alchemist saddle blanket, and an owl treasure chest. The amulet and the treasure chest are not bad prices. Not bad. We'll see what we have in storage. I lose track of what loot we have. There's more gravel up here. We might also need to think about more lights around our homestead. It's very dark. I think I also have our brightness set up really high. Yeah, it should be more like 50. There we go. Enough to kind of see, but not feel like daylight out here. Really? Okay, plaster. I think we can do... I'm going to start with half a stack. Because 7 times 3... that should be plenty. And you never know what we might need the quicklime for. Other things. And do I have a... I do. I'm kind of smooshing. I normally have a chest that is ground up stuff or things that can be ground up. Because that's... yeah. Oh, here. This is what's happened. I've put metal things that should probably go in this chest. There we go. This is kind of like extra. Why are there 2 rusty gears in there? Aren't our rusty gears in here? No. Where are they? Here. There we go. Yeah, so this still contains the things that are white and can be ground up. It's just, you know, the technical terms. And with a couple of ladders and some oak logs, we're just gonna bump this room up here 1 block. And then see what we need to do with the windows. I think we're just gonna leave them. I think part of the reason I want the 1 block height is so that our roof can be slightly higher. So this is just a visual perception adjustment. Not any living space change other than a higher ceiling. which probably won't be as high as you think because we'll have thatch, but we'll cover it up inside with wood. This also gives me the ability to thatch plaster this wall, which is not going to lead to anything. And therefore does not need a window or a door. Oh, you know what? Probably from the inside you don't need this. And we're out of plaster. Of course we are. This block can be pine. So I need 5 more plaster. Of course we do. It is easy. Let's use the sandstone stand. Sandstone sand. What is that? And what did I say? Pine. Yes, yes. And I had a ladder to get me up there. Who knows? Okay. Nice. Then we could put like the bookshelf or the bed or whatever. We might even close off this window so that there's room here. Also, oh, your stairs. We're just gonna have to live with those being the wrong direction. That's why we'll set something on there. Maybe rugs. We'll hide it. Okay, it's very dark up here. Let's see. Don't we have some torch holders? Let's grab some goodies. Clothing. All kinds of goodies. More torch holders would be my desire. We have bed, storage, lamp. But I think those only make the ruined versions. Where are the rest of my, like, spoils? That's scrolls. Ah, torch holders. Let's at least put one up there. Oh, we could put a Jonas lamp upstairs. Maybe. We have a little scribe table. We definitely want a bed. Although I had talked about using it as extended storage up there. Well, for now, let's at least put a light. And then we need to... I want to cook up our fish real quick. Get that started on smoking. That's better. It's going to need to. We'll make a lantern. For up there. Let me grab the hammer. And these. And some of these, just in case. I don't actually think we'll need this many. We're going to process our fish into more fillets. And then into a format that we can smoke. Just from the mod Primitive Survival. And I'm going to run out and check the fish baskets one more time, just in case. And see what we have. First, I'm going to have a little bite to eat. Beautiful. Okay, fishies, how are you doing out here? Lots of shells. One fish. That's okay. Now we take these raw fillets and hammer them into raw fish. And then if we take raw fish, we can string them up 4 at a time and put them in our smoker. Hang them in there. Grab a couple pieces of firewood and light them. And that will be done. It only takes a few hours, really. It's not a tremendously long process. And we will save these other little hunks of fish. Oh, we did get some eggs. So these are great. Oh, that's just raw. If you get the ovulated version, I'm just going to eat these. Nom nom. If you get the ovulated version, you should chuck them back in the water if you want more fishies. Wow, we have been through cattails today. Okay, grass. For hay, I want to make sure I don't have other hay blocks running around. Oh, I think I have this mod. Yeah. Haha. It's just like a chest sorter. So it lets you open, if you hit R, you can open all your chests and see what's here. And more importantly, you can search. Like, if I wanted to know how much copper we had, this would show me. What I'm really interested in is dry grass. Yeah, see, I knew there was some in here. And we have a tiny bit of thatch. Cream ceramic shingles. Oh, we have rot. We should do something useful with that. I'm going to take the 70 rot that we have and run down here to one of our empty barrels. And if I put this in here, it says it'll turn into 35 compost that are 5 days of sealing. It's because I have better compost mod. I'll remember what it's called in a minute. But it just lets you make compost from things that make sense to make. Like rot in a barrel seems like very intuitively should be able to make compost from that. Okay, we're going to take all of our dry grass. And we are going to turn most of it into hay bales. I'm going to keep out a little bit. So we have 96. I'm going to make a stack of regular slanted thatch roofing. And then a handful of corners. Because we're going to keep this simple, I think. And then some ladders to get us up there. Is it almost dawn? It is. Good. I was like, I would like to be able to see. We only have one little awkward shootout there. I do want them to stick out. So we're going to have weird little corners that need to be filled in. But we'll just put hay bales there. Or maybe even leave them. Nope. Every piece of this is going to be precious. Roofing with Winnie. And then we have the which side should you hold it against so it lines up? I don't know. That worked. Yay. Oh, there was the ladder. I must have come up onto this roof. That's funny. That should be an inner corner. Because we're just gonna go. How does that work? Do we do that? No. That's the top thing. That's the bottom thing. I have to look it up. There. What is it? It's weird. There we go. It's like a bow. Okay. And then can I get you on the right side? No, of course not. There it is. And then if we do that, that means we need one of these. Yep. Mm-hmm. Nope. I don't ever know which one to point at. It is not intuitive at all. For the roofing. I don't know if it has to do with like northeast, southwest. Or what. Dang it. That one worked. Okay, that's good. Now we do... Wow, we're going to need a lot more grass. I see a lot of hay mowing in my future. Haven't even actually covered the room yet. It will take us a while. That's pretty good. We might end up doing a there, let's start with another almost stack. The good news is we should use less as we go up in the air, possibly. Now this always works with a block underneath, which is interesting. Nope, I say that and then it didn't. Okay, that's all the corners. Now we're going to use placeholder blocks, which I don't have any of. Where's my stair? I don't want to actually use that. Let's use some rammed earth. Should we take a look at it? Oh, that's going to be good. Nice. Even though it's a little low and slopey. I think what we may do is do one more layer and not bring it up to a point. I think we may leave it flat topped. Let's see. Let's see how we go. I do want to pick up all the ones I've dropped. Pick them up, pick them up. Is that it? Just the two? I swear there was one more. No? Really? Okay. Look at me just leaving my dishes around like... Get. Well, that's because y'all belong here. You belong in the cabinet. Yeah, let's go one more up. And I'm going to put... placeholders in each corner. Because that just makes it easier. Oh, I wonder if the secret is to place the corners first. That actually worked out very well. I'll take note of that for the future. Also, you can come out of my hand. Thank you. Since the sun is up. I don't think there's anything more satisfying than putting a roof on a house in block games. Also, nothing is challenging. They can be such a blankety-blank curse word pain. Okay, let's see. Did we get it right on the first try? No, of course not. It's the only one I have. I'm gonna have to go down and get it. Yep. Boop. That's okay. I'm just gonna do a little bit of this. And a little of this. And we'll aim at this one this time. Only actually where we need to aim it. Thank you. There we go. Perfect. Now, we're going to cover this with... On the inside... Like, we're not going to fly above it. I'm tempted just to put... rammed earth. Because we're going to cover it from inside with wood. To give ourselves... Probably oak. To give ourselves a nice... sealed room. So yeah, let's do rammed earth to cover it. And if we're smart and stand in the middle, we should be able to do the whole thing. Oop. No one will know. They'll never know. They'll know. They'll never know. Look at that. Okay, let's go take a peek at it. Let's see if that's high enough. I think that's great for a starter house. I think that works well. Like, when we have the materials, we might get fancy and do, like, the more fantasy roof with actual roofing tiles and things. But for needing to just put a roof on it with thatch, I think that's good and satisfactory. It's not exciting. It's not any great new crazy design. But it is... Oh, I need to make these match. Speaking of which. But it is serviceable. And we like that. We could make a birch ceiling. Oh, I have some bald cypress. I haven't grown any yet, though. I have support beams. That begs the question. We did the little... Yeah. We did the oak wrapped logs out here and then chiseled them down. Well, apparently I only chiseled them on one side. And that's why it looks weird from far away. Oh no. There's still... I just did the quarter block. Yeah, that's fine. But I'm wondering if we want support beams through the top of the house. Like oak logs. Since we have an abundance. I think we're just going to do oak ceiling. Because I think a pine roof would be too, like, it would be very piney in here, right? It'd be like a pine box. Nobody wants a pine box. Not till you're ready for it. So let's try, well, let's try stairs first. If I can figure out how to make them. You know what? We're just gonna do a stack. And then we'll see. Like, that's really tall. I'm almost tempted to say, put our stairs at this level. Oh my god, if I could place them correctly. Nope, that one's gonna have to be chiseled. We'll chisel our corners in. Oops, I fell down. And then put planks above so that we get an actual real beveled ceiling. And this is why I wanted to make the roof 1 block higher. So that when we did this, it didn't make our spacing weird inside. And I would like in the corners for that to be like that, yes. Oops. We'll never see it. Because it'll be covered. Okay, so we'll... Nope. My weird scaffolding. Let's go this way a tiny bit. Okay, and now we can put whole blocks. We'll always need oak. And what direction do we want them to go? Probably the same way the floor is. That's wrong. There we go. I've learned that maximizing the peculiarities of like weather and insulation and building this game means building things thicker than you normally think they should be so that what you end up with is workable. Right? So let's chisel out that. I might leave our corners are kind of cool. Like if we did that and then chiseled them down. I don't know. I want the ability to hang lights in the corners too. Like lanterns. Okay, let's do a teeny bit of chiseling. Put away our thatch for the moment. And grab our inside hammer. And chisel. And clean up this roof. And then we probably need to do glass. Okay, how do we want this to like go around the corner like that? I don't really know. Sure. I feel like the whole thing should probably be like that. Is that weird? No, I think it just adds character. Like it was hand done on the corners. I mean, I guess I could have run the blocks. Instead of up and down. Koala! How goes it, friend? You know what? Let's try it. So if I put it that way and chisel it and then cut it. I mean, it's still kind of awkward, but better. Okay, we save whole chiseled blocks for other things. That's what I love about this. If you get it wrong, you can fix it. I might leave. Well, okay, we're gonna do this one. Take it down. and run it this way. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do the same for this one too. And we're going to run it this way. Yeah, that's better. I just thought it would be fun to try something different. Sometimes fun is not always better. There we go. So now there's a little bit of we didn't turn the corner, but it's a little more matchy-matchy. Not that everything has to be matching, but yay, we have a roof. Now we just need some glass. Do we have any lead yet? I don't think have I found any? Doesn't look like. Oh, Galena, we do. Let's make some lead. Lead ingots, so we can make leaded glass. That would be great. We'll end with smithing. Should we just get all of that? Let's just do all of it. I guess way more, but we'll make a bunch. And I need some. Actually, I think we can melt lead with peat. It's such a low. Okay, and how many ingots can I make? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 16, 17 ingots at once. Wow, it's almost like I knew what I was doing. Do we? Oh, I haven't even made a little fire in here yet. That's funny. This will be our heating window. Let me grab some firewood out of the kitchen. I guess I haven't done any metal processing since I redid the forge area. Let's, what did I say? 13, 14, 15, 16, something like that. That's 13. Let's get more. Get more. I'm literally just going to process as many ingots. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Oop, that's 19. Aha. -2, 17. Make all the windows. Woo. Because I think we have some glass. Okay, we'll let that get up to temperature real quick. Did I dream us having a little bit of glass somewhere? We have 24. So we could cook another round of... Do I have quartz? I do. And I think we have the starter fire brick. Yeah, we do. So we can make maybe 1 bloomery? Maybe 2. Let's see. Bloomery. Let's move our ingot molds. So if I were a bloomery, 1, 2, yeah, we totally have enough for 2. Dumb. Like so. I don't think we have enough quartz for 2. Oh, that's gonna burn that up. Ah, bugger. It said we have enough for 2. Barely. Okay. There's the bloomery. Let's fill you with quartz. And do I have enough? Not really. Don't we have quartz right below us? How do I not have more quartz? I have clear quartz. Do we have quartz down here? I feel like we do. Just throw myself into a cave. Did we find a quartz layer? Or is it over where we're mining granite? It might be over where we're mining granite. This is like fire, clay, and coal, which I still haven't dug out. And borax. Maybe the borax is why I thought we had quartz. Yep. Metric ton of borax, which is great. Definitely not going to complain about that. But we do not have... I'm lost in my own cave. Where's my stair? There it is. Da-da. That's why I make dirt stairs, so I can find my way out. Right? Ding, 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 ding. I guess we can just cook what we have, but I think you need... It's 2 quartz makes 1 piece of glass. There's quartz out here, right? Or we were here doing things, and I saw quartz nuggets. Maybe up on the hill. Oh, maybe when we went to get sand. That's what it was. I'm on a mission. Can you tell? I'm glad you're good, Koala. I redid my boat last night. Totally tore it down, redid it like you do. I have... Was it here? Copper. Hi, animals. I know I walked over quartz bits while we were out here. Flint. Borax. God, there's more borax. Okay, let's mark that. Not that I want to dig in the sand. Oh, it was borax. It was not quartz. Okay. Copper. Well, there's a ton of quartz in our desert, I think. I was kind of hoping there would be some close to home. I can just dig a hole and find it. Game. Maybe. Possibly. Bueller. This is more... I should harvest peat from here instead of by the base. Maybe in the forest? Ah, quartz bits. Yeah, it's perfect. Let's go. Down we go. Please be near the top. And I found more borax. Which, thank goodness, I have a tin bronze pickaxe in my back pocket. And quartz. Okay, we found it. Not much. I just need enough that we can justify the second bloomery. There we go. And maybe I'll do a couple off camera for more glass. Or the next time we need it. The next time. We'll just spend like 2 or 3 minutes here doing... I'm very curious. Like there's borax here. A lot of borax. Okay, so I'll put a borax mine marker on this. But also mark it and say borax and quartz. So I know. I wonder if we get any silver and gold in our little quartz here. Seems like a nice big vein. See, it was chore day. Oh, that was a piece of silver, I'm pretty sure. Nice. Poor, but, you know, still silver. Make our lanterns brighter. Someday. Oh, it's nice silver. Too bad you're not bountiful or rich or something. Nope, but I'm not going to complain that you're just knocked in here with borax too. Borax, quartz, silver. Makes us most efficient. I guess I've been mining copper and borax and not quartz, and that's why I thought, why don't we have quartz? Because I was mining white stuff. Well, not the same white stuff. Just gonna wear this pick out real quick, maybe. Won't say no to more borax since we're processing leather. Have we been? It's the 3rd of August. Our leather might be ready for the next stage. Kind of also hoping for more silver. Game. Or gold. Up to you. Mining in a block game. I feel like I've spent many hundreds of hours mining in block games. And yet, I never tire of it. Looks like we're getting quite a bit of clear quartz too, which is lovely. Am I dreaming that? No, 45 clear quartz. That's fantastic. That makes our lantern making possible, since I think we found a number of candles while we were out looting in the last episode. Wow. You know, despite it being poor, that's quite a nice chunk of silver. I'm not even going to dignify that poor copper with my pickaxe. Ah, there we go. Okay. Nice, nice. Now, how did I get in here? There it is. Oh, let's make ourselves some ladders. Or get ourselves some ladders through here. And then do a little pillar. Nice. Quartz, borax, all the things. Oh, that looks quite nice from far away. Much better. Now we just need to get a roof on the other part. We'll probably do that tomorrow. That'll give me time to dig up more grass, because I think we're low. Okay, smithy, glass. Our lead is not hot because I left it unattended. Let's see if I can recover that. Are you gonna... No, you're just actually cold. Once more with feeling. I mean, you didn't lose that much. Lead is workable at a super low temperature, but it will take quite a bit of time. So let's load that up. It's like, yeah, 327 degrees. Pete can totally handle that. Quartz, bloomery. And let me grab some more charcoal. That was quartz, not charcoal. And we light them. And it's at this moment that I am glad that I put a full roof on our smithy. Because here comes the beautiful rain. Nice. Okay, let me clean out my pockets real quick. From all the shenanigans. Look at our loot. More borax, 200 quartz, 68 clear quartz. We can do all kinds of stuff with that. And hammer, wood, ladders. I think I have sandstone somewhere, but you can live in there for now. Fire clay always gets stacked by the smithy, or I will forget where it lives. And I feel like I have weird extra things in here. Ah, the saw. I can tell when the inventory is not correct. Okay, let's have a snack. And let's go check on our garden since it's raining. And it might be an ideal time to gather things that have finished growing. Spelt is at level 2. That's fine. Parsnips at 5. Okay, mature sunflowers, mature spelt. Our first sunflower harvest. Sunflower grain. And we did get 2 seeds. Excellent. Same with the spelt. Amaranth is also done. Okay, 24 days. September, October. That's not quite enough time. None of y'all are cold resistant enough. This will be the last. Oh, we got a good little chunk of rice. Mostly I'm interested in getting the seeds in time for next spring, right? Carrots. Carrots are doing 2 of 7. 4 and 5 of 7. These ought to be fine. We ought to get all of this before cold sets in, because it literally the end of September, October, in my experience, it gets cold fast. Right? We got a few more seeds of some unique and interesting ingredients. Let's, I'm gonna move grain to... Oh, you're gonna be rot soon. That's great. Come with me. You too. There's mushroom. Do I have a grain one? No, let's do grain in here. So it can be all together. All together now. And I put things that are going to spoil in this chest because this is where our rot lives. And as I sort and stuff, it will just sort into the rot. And chests make food perish faster, by the way. You know, we have quite a few pieces of paper taking up space in our chest. And we have the technology to build a scroll rack. So let's do that. Do I have some oak? I had a ton of oak. Did we turn it all into logs? Potentially. I have like 1 oak plank, 1 birch plank. I guess we're having a birch scroll rack. Yes, that's fine. And how do we do that? Let's see. I need a nail and strip for that. Really? Do I have some made? No. I have plates for lanterns. And do we have candles? We do. And clear quartz. Let's make 2 more lanterns while we're thinking about it. And I want to make tin bronze. We have all this clear quartz. Lovely, because I would like to put 1 upstairs for sure. Because it's super dark up here. And look, because we made a flat roof that you can attach things to, I can stick a lantern on the ceiling. Isn't that amazing? And then the other thing I was grumbling about was our lack of light outside. There we go. Now we have a lovely lantern on our front porch to give us some much needed illumination. Okay, nails and strips. Was not on my bingo card today. But let's go check on our lead. Are you melted? You are. Perfect. And y'all can come out of there. Super hot lead. For fancy windows. We might even get our fancy windows in today. What's my time? We're doing good on time. Got like 10 minutes left. Again with the satisfying, awesome sounds of stuff in this game. Can I get up here? Barely. The real question is, am I actually standing on these and this is going to burn? Nope. I must be perched on the edge of the bloomeries. Last two. Nice. Nice, nice. Okay. Nails and strips, I guess. Let's definitely make those out of copper. You know what? Let's make 2 sets. While we're here. Because I think we can do the 8 at a time. Light them up, up, up. Nice. And you, if I put any fuel on you, you will ignite. Our smithing area is going to be moved to an actual smithy building at some point in the future, which is why there is such an awkward entrance to get into the house from here. Heat up. Let's grab the hammer that's wearing out. We did smithing, we did gardening, we did the bee. We should check the bees once more before we say goodbye, because I have a feeling they're ready to harvest again. Although we might do that first thing tomorrow, maybe. Yes, 8 nails and strips. A lot of clanking on the anvil as I catch up with chat. Y'all are very chill this morning as well, I can tell. Just relaxing. In Vintage Story. I almost said the name of that other block game. I have finished my Lady Grey this morning. Not that it has particularly aided my cognitive abilities. I see a nap this afternoon in my future. Make good progress on just managing things around the starter house today. We do need to deal with the pigs. I would like pigs situated. I will lay out a plan Now that we have the vineyard in that location, we'll probably put the barns behind it. You also enjoy an afternoon nap, says Koala. I do. There's nothing better than a nana nap. Even if I don't sleep, I just like going to put my feet up for like half an hour. It makes such a huge difference. Okay. Oh, one missed. Nice. Okay, we were making scroll racks. That's the whole reason I wanted to do this. There we go. Let's make 2. And I think it's getting a little crowded in here. Let's say that part of this room's function is going to be a library-like. And we can start taking advantage of our kind of fun window storage here behind the staircase. And we're going to move every piece of paper and scroll out of a chest into that scroll rack to save us. Okay. I'm guessing there's some... You know, we're doing pretty good on flax. That was all the raiding we did. Okay, let's check downstairs. Do I have any more scrolls or piece of paper? Yes. The blueprints can also, I learned, be put in the mold holders. Like your clay molds. It can also store a blueprint, which is cool. Okay, if you didn't know, pieces of paper can be stored. The lore. I'm sure we've right-clicked on all this, yes. This is much more... At least it's dedicated space for them. And not taking up room in a chest. Perfect. See, one little bit of organization at a time. Let's put our tools back. Check on our glass. 3 hours, not far. Wear our wood, our nails and strips. I'm not quite ready to eat. What was the other weird thing I said we should check? Let's just look at the bees. Get out and kind of enjoy the rain. Okay, they're not ready to harvest. That's fine. But they have all swarmed. Oh, a couple of them are ready to harvest. Wow. Summer numbers. That's amazing. Large populations. Yeah, they'll be ready in like 2 days. Berry bushes within 6 or 7 days should bloom. We should get one more round of berries. Nice. Okay, and barn. I'm trying to think. So the main house is going to go up there. I think we're just going to do this organically, like what makes sense. I do think the barn should be far away, like out here. Maybe adjacent. Because we're also going to add other big fields. So maybe I lay out just the border of another field and then put the barns in the back of that. Or out here. It'll be kind of organic. This is just so nice and flat out here. We can just stick it out here. And we're going to use the design that keeps the second generation separate from the first. Or the parent generation. Where the baby piggies fall through the floor. because I find that's just super easy to do pigs with. Okay, we'll put this fish up. And then I think if I could do that, let's grab our smoked fish, which should be done. Yes. Nice. 12 pieces of smoked fish, good for 61 days in our inventory. And stored with the rest of it 1.5 years. That's a great way to extend the life of your meat, and I can make stews with that as a protein if we get too low on protein. Speaking of protein, let's have a little meal. Oh, we didn't quite finish that. But we did finish a whole bunch of other stuff today. Which was, I'm gonna check my list. Yes, we got the cattails, we harvested the honey. We made some wine. We made a fruit press. We finished the upper story and added a roof. Very exciting. We just need to roof the little annex room. And then the starter house, like, structurally is complete. Which is great, which means we can start planning and working on the big house after we get the pigs done. But that's going to have to wait until tomorrow, because that is everything I have time for today. Thank y'all very much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this stream, please give me a like. It helps me out, and I really appreciate it. In the meantime, remember, you are the shiny stuff that awesome is made of. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.